Souring relations, that is, between the two countries, Australia has said that it would be contrary to national interests to allow a Chinese firm to buy a major dairy producer. The $430 million sale of WION Dairy and Drinks, currently owned by Japan's Kirin, to Chinese company Mengniu Dairy had been waiting for regulatory approval since November. The Chinese firm pulled out of the deal on Tuesday. In a statement, WION Dairy and Drinks said, and I quote, "Given this approval is unlikely to be forthcoming at this time, WION and Mengniu Dairy have mutually agreed to cease the current sale process." Although Australia's consumer watchdog had earlier cleared the deal, Australian Treasurer Josh Frydenberg said in a statement on Tuesday that the sale of WION Dairy to Mengniu Dairy would be contrary to the national interest. Earlier this year, the Australian government moved to tighten rules covering foreign investment in the country, with temporary measures allowing increased oversight on takeovers of local firms during the pandemic. Just last year, the Inner Mongolia headquartered Mengniu was given the approval to purchase one of Australia's largest baby formula manufacturers, Bellamy's. Relations between China and Australia continue to worsen since Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison joined US calls for an independent inquiry into the coronavirus outbreak, which was first detected in the Chinese city of Wuhan last year. China, Australia's biggest trading partner, has since threatened economic blowback on Australian goods, including barley and beef, as well as tourism and higher education. Most recently, Beijing launched a probe into Australian wine, alleging that the country was selling to China for less than it cost at home, a claim rejected by the Australian government. The Afghan Taliban delegation held critical talks for over 1 hour 45 minutes. The meeting held in Pakistan was aimed at ramping up the negotiations between the Taliban and the Afghan government. The Pakistan Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said that there is no military solution to this Afghan conflict. The Taliban's political chief, Abdul Ghani Baradar, headed this delegation. Recent developments in Afghanistan's peace process were discussed in this crucial meeting. Now remember, intra-Afghan negotiations aim to bring the 19-year-long war to an end. Taliban's political office spokesperson Suhail Shaheen tweeted that the relaxation and facilitation of the people's movement and trade between the two neighboring countries was also on the agenda of talks. The meeting came days after Pakistan gave sweeping orders to enforce UN sanctions against Taliban. The visit also follows a US-Taliban peace deal signed on February 29th. It includes a prisoner swap between Kabul and Taliban. The release of prisoners remains a bone of contention. Kabul demands the Taliban free 22 Afghan commandos. On the other hand, the Taliban demands the release of 320 prisoners. A traditional Afghan council, that is a Loya Jirga, had approved immediate release of these prisoners. It was then halted when Kabul announced that the Taliban was still holding talks with Afghan soldiers.